and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, April, you want to take roll call?
Lowney. Here. Heffernan.
Here.
English.
Here.
Eason.
Here.
Public time? Okay, we'll move on for consideration for approval of the agenda. And I just have to add the parking lot graded to the back under A. And add the fire department turnout gear and CO2 devices. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to add the grading of the parking lot, fire department, CO2 detectors, and fire department turnout.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, this is gonna be confusing. We have a lot of minutes. We have the minutes from June 9th, which was a work session for the budget. And June 12th, which was another budget workshop. And we had our meeting from regular meeting from the 10th. And then we had our public hearing on June 26th. And we also included 2 special meetings with that because of the air conditioning going out at the fire department. And the EMC premium, the price was mentioned wrong at our regular meeting. So those were all, there's a lot of special meetings there, so we just need one motion to do
I'll make the
one
motion to receive the special meeting minutes as presented.
and the regular meeting.
And
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is payment of the bills.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next is correspondence. Next is the treasurer's financial report.
Don't have anything more to add to what we received in the packet. The taxes went out. They are due September 15th this time around, so it's on Monday.
I'll make a motion to accept the treasurer's financial report.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And the zoning administrator report is in your packet.
He's been busy.
He has
Yeah,
been.
you can.
Good. Busy.
Next, I have the committee reports. Let's start with the police chief.
Okay, for the month of June, we had 281 calls for service. We conducted 86 traffic stops for the month. Of those traffic stops, 26 citations were issued to motorists for various violations. We had 15 traffic crashes handled by officers. 10 of those were property damage, and unfortunately 5 of those were personal injury. Last year's budget obviously wrapped up. We did, I feel like, a pretty good job. Most line items were under, and the overall budget was well below what was budgeted. So we did well there. We're still working on filling open positions. One full-time and some part-time. Our Motorola in-car video equipment is all up and being used and working great. Everything is good there. On both both sides of both physically and technology wise. So it's been great. We officers assisted on 25 medical calls and had 11 fire runs assisted on for the month of June. We're preparing to get a new patrol car on order. So when I say order, I mean probably be looking at late fall. Looking right now at the Dodge Durango tentatively, and that's probably the cheapest option out of, say, some comparable vehicles like a Chevy Tahoe or Ford Explorer or something like that. So officers stayed busy last month, and any downtime that they did have, each officer completed multiple hours of training on our Police One Academy. Clerk Norris Bix was able to apply for and receive a community relations grant through Walmart in the amount of $1,000 for department related equipment. I want to say thanks to her for going above and beyond on this. She kind of puts these things in between different duties and was able to get that extra money for our department, so I appreciate that.
That's awesome, she did that.
With summer months finally here, we're trying to be out there, be visible, try to keep our roads safe. Obviously, we had a tragedy this weekend, last Friday on the 4th. That was private property. Aside from that, the weekend went pretty well. I just want to thank everybody who participated in that call on the difficult event. I think the family appreciates it. That's all that I have.
We'll move on to the fire department.
So for the month of June, we had 43 calls, 25 medical, and 18 fire calls. They ranged from an automatic crash notification, 2 medical alarms, 16 ambulance calls, 1 domestic assault, 2 fire alarms, 1 wire down, 2 legal burns, 1 all miscellaneous complaints, 3 odor investigations, 3 officer calls, 1 PDA versus deer, 1 property damage accident, 2 personal injury accidents, a structure fire, suicidal person, and 3 wire down. Training. On June 2nd, we did decon basics with 85% in attendance, 7 excused. On June 12th, we did drafting with 84% in attendance, 7 excused. On June 17th, we did water shuttle with 89% in attendance, 5 excused. June events. Art flooring was in and re-waxed the hallway, bathrooms, and offices connecting to the bay. We ordered and installed a new printer in the meeting room. David Clements submitted the 2025 volunteer fire capacity grant, which is for wildland firefighter gear, chainsaws, and jersey and stuff. The carbon monoxide detectors were sent out for repair, and we got stuff back on that, but we'll get on here in a little bit. The air conditioner was replaced on June 30th. The old unit was 21 plus years old.
And broke down on the hottest days of the year.
Yeah, the compressor quit working, and it was so old
Crazy.
they couldn't get parts for it.
Crazy shit.
July 10th, we have our general meeting and hose hockey training, which the community's been invited to.
Where's that being held?
That's this Thursday.
Yeah, so it'll be 7 o'clock at the Dryden Elementary School in the parking lot. July 17th, we're doing car fire training. July 19th is going to be our department open house from 11 to 4. There'll be a parade at 10 a.m. On August 4th, rescue and medical apparatus walkthrough. August 14th is communications and documentation training. August 21st is address training. Our open house, our auxiliary is also going to be doing kind of like a fundraiser type deal and selling food and everything. We were approached by the village. They thought it would be a good idea. We're going to be doing it Friday night.
And then Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Where at?
There at the fire water station.
Okay. Just so the board knows, we had to order a couple emergency things with our computers, our computer systems are acting up a little bit, so just so you're aware. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Can't work anymore without them.
And just for the fire department and the police department, it's amazing how well you guys responded to that situation. It's, nice job. Yes, thank you.
Joel Pepperly is
Yeah, it was nice job.
Is there a lot of outside departments that responded to?
The state sheriff's department, Metamora, Milton, police department.
Move on to, new business, we've got 2 bids there for the parking lot to be created. One for $650 and one for $500.
And this is to clean up like out there by the,
And the drive around,
yeah,
all apartments.
you know, there by the recycle and all that.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to go with, how many years have you been doing it, John?
What's that?
Grading out there for the us.
Oh, on and off for a long time, I don't know how many years.
Yeah, so your best bid and on it, do a good job, so take the motion to accept. Yes. Brandon says next meeting.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Next, we have the fire department turnout gear and, gas or CO2 things.
Which one you want first?
Just go through, well, we'll do them as one because you're using the credit on both of them.
Okay, so our CO2 detectors here a few weeks ago stopped working. They were no longer calibrating our machine. When we purchased them, they were supposed to be 5-year detectors. We found out that the O2 sensors in them were only 2 years. They've since fixed that issue with the new ones, but there's no warranty or anything. So we sent them out to see what needed to be done, and they quoted us $392 per unit to have the O2 sensors replaced and the flux PCB socket, and to have both units calibrated. We also got a quote to replace both of them. To replace both of them would be $705 a piece. Now, if we spend the $784 and have the O2 sensors replaced in 2 years or 2.5 years, we're going to be back here doing the same thing again. Because now the O2 sensors are updated, but the rest of them aren't. So we have credit through MES for some hose that was purchased and then returned. We would like to use some of that to just purchase 2 new ones. And then they're supposed to be good for 5 years. And that's all the sensors in them.
All sensors of the CO2 also, which
Yes.
only lasted 2 years, but now it's covered for 5 years.
Correct. We can't see spending $784 in 2 years, having to spend another $1,410, plus the price of oil.
The units are from the same manufacturer.
It is.
Sure. They figured out, I'm not sure.
The-
The CO2 units and everything is the same with one another as far as the warranty goes, then, right?
Right. The biggest cost of these is the docking station so that we can pump test them and calibrate them. So if we get the same units, we can use the same docking system and we don't have to purchase any.
Go ahead and talk about the turnout gear too.
Okay, the second thing is the turnout gear. The work report summary. You guys have that? Okay. We sent out Captain Evans' turnout gear. We noticed a rip in it, and when you notice a rip like that, you send it out to get repaired. Well, when we sent it out to get repaired, they found a lot more wrong with it than just one hole. So everything on this list is what they found wrong with it and what would have to be repaired. So when it's all said and done, it would cost us $558.25 to repair it, so there'd be patches every place, for something that's going to expire next year. Or we go with MES and just order Captain Evans a new set of turnout gear. Again, we have enough credit with MES where we would only have to pay half the cost. So the total would be $3,009, and we would pay $1,543.96. And then his turnout gear would be good for 10 years.
Well, you must have been working hard to get all this. Nice job.
Well, I mean, when you look at that,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be $558 to repair it. That's 10 patches and 2 things replaced and stitching and darning done on certain things.
It's gotta make it work.
How much do you,
And that's for, yeah.
2 years, right, 6.
how much is the actual credit? Do you know? I don't see that. Is it in there?
So, truck.
Oh,
You know,
that's okay.
where does it say that, you know, you did have here that it was, like 1,400 for the,
Correct, it's 1,410.
1,400, yeah. It was on his purchases for approval, so they had 1,410 to cover that, and then with, 1,546 to cover that, approximately about 3,000 in
It's
credits, which
approximately
we have.
$2,000.
The credit?
Yes.
I mean, when you,
Correct. Yes.
And this quote from 7-8 for the 3,090, that's what it would cost to buy a new,
Set of turnout.
okay,
That is the code in the vans.
okay. And we're buying it from the same company that this CO2 goes to too.
Correct.
Okay, so basically we would always be getting that, not, I don't wanna say for free, but we'd be not paying for that, we'd be just paying for this. Kinda,
Basically, yeah.
okay.
And this is the updated quote, right, for the
The one on
30,
7-8.
3090, right?
Yes.
So this one's,
Yeah, as of this morning, we didn't have a quote, so it was kind of a last minute came in.
So do we have a motion to purchase a set of turnout gear and 2 new CO2 detectors with, and using our credit against it also?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Is there any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We're back to public time. Okay, we'll adjourn the meeting, thank you.
You guys got a nice one there.
What time? 7:19.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Good,
It's,
all
uh,
for 21?
It's nice to be able to use that for that.
Right.
I'll see the red, the CO2.
Yeah.